No?
So the whole 10.
Well, I'm thinking that we want
What are we
everybody
gonna
get
do with
on
the
it.
black?
So let's do that half 10, and we'll do this half. I want everybody to run the powders. Really.
Yeah.
So let's get EMP on there and throw a white pad on it. We'll get crazy.
Are we doing diamond and new?
We're going to do EMP. What do you have in your hand? Yeah.
What kind of pad are you using?
Good question. Put a little bit better pressure. I like the white pad. But with Diamond Renew, I like a stiffer pad. And I use the combo pad. We'll talk about that more. The pad's not really working until we put some water and some pressure to it. Yeah, the white pad. You can throw it right on top of the powder, Dave. There you go.
You know what?
Yeah, throw the powder. Thank you. All right. Is there anybody that has not run a floor machine before? Yeah, all right. Well, that's fun today. We'll get you. We'll be all right. I put a little water. I don't put too much. I want it to be a little grittier so it starts to remove more damage, and I like to. And you know you'll be up on the machine quite a bit today. Okay. Punishment for that Padre head. How was traffic coming up? Not bad at all, huh? There's like you get a 10-minute slower or faster. It makes all the difference sometimes. Especially for us. We go to San Diego, we come back. I like to get control.
You've got a carpool too. That's
Yeah. So I like to kind of get a feel for it. And what I'll do is I'll kind of go down and back. Good question. So I'm using the heavier drive plate, and there's about 32 pounds. The plate's about 32 pounds. Now, when you use the weight's at the lower center of gravity. So when you start to spin it, the centrifugal force is going to allow you to run that heavy drive plate with less energy, less electricity. So it's going to be a much easier ride. You're not going to throw breakers. When you put weights on top, it makes the machine, makes it hard to move around.
low speed machine, 175 RPMs, just in case anyone was wondering. It's got a tank for water, center feed, which is something you'll use when you're doing powder polishing. Makes things easier. Vacuum, dual motor vacuum, so as far as suction, it's going to be your best friend when it comes to picking up slurries, especially if you're powder polishing and or if you're diamond cutting.
You guys have the Stoker machines, right? So I don't know who's looking for a machine, but you want to have a horse and a half. Everything Dave said is true. This machine is made a little bit differently, and what we do. So to answer your question, we're talking about power, really. Just talking about, like, you know, if you're going to throw breakers, we talked about weight. So a lot of times when people throw weights on the machine, it makes it draw more power and throw breakers. Okay. Most of your machines are going to be what they call a 10-to-1 gear ratio, right? We use 11. So if you're running on a 10-speed and you have that 11th gear, it runs easier. Okay. It also runs a little slower. It's actually 163. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. But the idea would be with that extra gear, it can take more weight. It can take the torque without throwing a brake. It's got that extra gear. We do that for a reason. How long you had your machine? 10 years? Yeah, I was going to say, we've been... How many different floors do you think you've been here to for a class? We've had next door. We used to have the big machine.
I think it's only
Yeah, 2 more times. When he gets a 10, he gets an office.
Does he got the punch card?
Got the punch
Yeah.
card. The 10 one's free. Let's take a look. Let's squeegee it and see what we did. Let's have a good look.
I told Matt, so learn from you guys. Don't follow me.
You guys do very well in San Diego, so. And I don't care what they say about your baseball team. You guys are going to do well over there. We're going to take a look. Is there a squeegee there somewhere?
Still looking for it.
All right.
Can't seem to find it.
Well, let's do this. How about the wet vacuum?
Yeah.
The wet vacuum? That didn't work. Oh, look at that. One step, that's our polishing powder, right? Not too much of a mess, a little bit of water. Wet dry vac. All right, I'm gonna finish up here and then we'll let you guys run the powder.
Mark, you find it important to put clean on the front to see if then
Yes,
just see what it takes to get the
yes. And I should have known. Pretty quiet all morning. Let's use the quick clean. The quick clean is the strongest chemical we have. So it's pretty awesome. We have some quick clean in there. Can we put some down here? Because what he wants to show, and I agree with him, we want to show the limitations of it too.
Well, but
Because
when we first started down in San Diego, we got big familiar with Natural Stone. We were doing this marble shower, and we had a technician that used a acidic cleaner on the shower can, and as he's walking me out of the shower, out the back floor, all these X marks all from the acidic cleaner. So it's real important to know that, well, when you're working with Natural Stone, we're sure we're able to put acidic.
there's so many stories like that. So for me, there was a quick clean, and the guy I was working with would put plastic down and do a quick clean so it wouldn't run and burn anything, right? What he didn't realize was when he was getting the quick clean and putting it in a container and he was like diluting and stuff, and he walked away from the job, then he'd come back, the job was in the house, the plastic was outside, right? But the extra material that he protected it, the plastic, he was stepping on it. So of course at the end, come out, there's a bunch of little steps and oh, let me go clean them off. Well, you saw we tried to clean that etch mark, and it's not gonna come off. Can you call Pablo? Yeah. Nope, I have some over here. Okay. So you want a vacuum? I was gonna have to get Pablo a vacuum. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. I'll vacuum. Then I'll get it. Boom. All right, let's take a look. You know what? I think it's right here.
Box got through. Oh. Take a look.
Yeah, come take a look. Here's a one step. How does it look?
Let's move.
I love that. Yeah, you can still see etching. So then your customer said, I can still see etching. And then again, they're going to say, can you fix that? And the answer is always yes. Nothing we can do with more money and more time. But yes, as I mentioned, it does have limitations. This is a one step. That's why we call it polish. We don't call it the best thing you can pay for, right? We don't call it restoration. So that's what it looks like. Good. Well, come on up. You've worked the machine before. Why don't you work the powder over here? And we're also going to make a lot more damage right here for you. So, what you're looking at is a very strong hydrochloric cleaner. I saw that. Thanks.
Mark, you got a hello from Mark M from Newcastle, Talcott.
Oh, hey, what's up, Manny?
Why are you yelling?
I'm not yelling, because Manny, you know why I'm yelling? Because Manny is way out in Ventura area, so he can't hear me, but I'm yelling. Huh? All right. All right, so come take a look. This is quick clean. There is no substitute. Actually, you can't even see it. You see it there, the etching? Yeah. That is pretty severe.
Yeah, it's
When it dries, it's similar.
When it dries, yeah, I know. But I didn't know if I had wiped up or put enough down, so I wanted to. So, you see here, the etching's still there. And he asked, and he said, hey, the etching's still there. So, of course, we could remove it. That would be scratch removal, damage removal, restoration. And we're going to put more damage like that across the board. We're going to take that out. So, understanding what you can do, but also understanding what you can't do. And use that. I would have answered just like I did to you. What's the damage? Oh, yeah, we can remove that for another, whatever it might be. Okay.
Any
So-
questions this far? Anyone? Questions at all? No?
Yes.
It's a EMPA paste too, no?
Yes, we make it in a paste for showers. Thank you. We do make it a paste for showers. Yeah.
So we're doing using the pump.
Yeah. No. He's gonna do EMP on this side. No diamond there.
So quickly when you put on and let it dry.
No. Quick clean we're using to assimilate with damage.
Oh,
instead of the lemon juice for
No
lime juice,
reason.
this is more acidic, so
Yeah,
more
a lot more
damage.
acidic. So you do the ones on the right. You do the 3 and 4. Hold on. So I want you to put the handle all the way up and drop the pad on top of the pump. Okay. You move the machine over there the way you're doing it. As it's spinning, it's going to knock the powder everywhere, except for where you want it, which is under the pad. You've done that? Yeah. Yeah, as have I. There you go. Up to the right, lower left. There you go. You want to go across, I don't know, 4 times, down and back, 1, 2. Kind of get used to passes, if you will. What that'll do is that'll help you understand, and when you duplicate it, it'll work all the time. So understand what you're going to get, what you can expect.
Oh, a little water. Yeah.
How you doing? You ready for the machine? You want to get up there? Okay. You dead? Not too bad, not too bad. That's all I got, thank you. I will. That's pretty easy to work with, and you can stay on there for a little while. So let's get somebody else on the machine real quick.
Doing the machine?
Thank you,
Nice
nice
job.
job.
No.
I had a little advice for you.
Yes.
When
Have
you
you
run
run
the
the
machine,
machine before?
I noticed you
No.
were doing it like this.
Yeah, it's not adjusted right.
Well, this is your place
Yeah,
to
I mean,
learn.
your body
If
is
you
so
wanna
much easier.
know how to do this. This is what you will learn.
Go ahead. San Diego
Anybody
Padres.
want to run the machine?
I know you can run it.
We play this with this stuff all day. We. Trust me,
I
I'm
brought
a-
those cards there. Did you get them? Brought there. Right there. Next to the donuts. Oh, cool. Can you get everybody signed in, please?
Powder polish, for me, it's when I was doing distribution, it's quick, it's easy, fast results, all day. Get in, get out, get paid. We're done. Really, this would be it. Now there's cases where edging, and you've got to go a little deeper. That'll take restoration, which is going to be diamonds. But as far as your run-of-the-mill person that's got a home, powder is where it's at. Now,
It depends on the damage. Like you can tell something more aggressive is going to leave more of the edge, the damage behind, right?
One of the big advantages of the EMP is easy cleanup. So
Good question. You want to keep it controllable. So if you put too much water and it's running away, that's bad. If it's too dry, it's going to be hard to run the machine, and you'll want more water. So it acts as a lubricant. It also, well, it really acts as a lubricant. So, all right, let's polish that up. Let's vacuum that up. Let's take a look. No, yeah, right there. It's the black thing sticking out. You got it? Power's on. Power's on? Yeah. Now come take a look. And you can see how the quick clean, it almost caused a crater. So what we did is exactly what we promised, and that was we increased reflectivity, we removed light damage, right? That's the expectation. Again, oh, we can, can we do better? Can we remove it? See some damage? Yes, of course we can. Of course we can. Everybody, any other questions on the? Yes.
So once you get it to this, what is the finishing touch? You use a flat mount on it, maybe?
Finishing touch is the countertop line. Yes. So I would say when we do the powders, and we have a very good vacuum, 2 motors picking up 140 CFM, you probably want to, and I would suggest rinsing it and then vacuuming up again, and that would take any residue you might see. The finishing touch to remove residue or to increase the polish is a problem. It's not for floors. It's one of our products, by the way. Good question, though. Good question. Okay, so let's pass around the dining room. We're going to work one more powder, and then we're going to take a quick break. Got some donuts, we got some sugar to keep you up, get you going, keep you through. And then we're going to do some scratch removal with our 3-pad system. Then we're going to talk about our sealers, and then we're going to do full restoration. You want to run the diamond renew?
Sure.
This is diamond
Where do we
renew.
go? On this side?
Yeah. I did the whole white. That way we can
Whole white.
save the time. Yeah. Everybody, I was hoping more people would get it. So the powder we're passing around is diamond renew. It is a little bit faster reacting. I don't know if I'd say it's stronger, but it doesn't have. People who like diamond renew will love it. It pops to shine fast, right? Working with a little dryer helps because you get more abrasive, and that's going to help remove more damage, especially on travertines and lighter stone. It snaps really good, but it doesn't have the ability to self-neutralize, only the EMP. So people who come in, we're teaching like this, we're going to work more with the EMP, but if you're asking for Diamond Renew, you're a Diamond Renew guy, and that's fine. So it's a little bit stronger. So. Sorry, was that? Yeah. So when it comes to the marble, it doesn't know if it's a countertop, a shower, or a table. So yes, you do it the same way. We have 7-inch pads. We have little machines. We can talk about that. Get you some information on it. So, absolutely. Countertop showers. A lot of showers.
I know I've cleaned a couple showers where they had like something fall, the spills come from the shampoo or something fall in the shower. And you have to white mark on it and run it out.
Well, okay, so now you know, actually you don't, you're a little late. The damage is from acid. So that sounds like to me somebody with CLR, because CLR doesn't harm tile. It is grout, really nice. But they don't know the difference when you put it on and it was a marble, they dulled it, which is what we were doing here. So you have damage, it's not dirty. And I say that because then you're not somebody who's cleaning, you're somebody who's now restoring. There's a difference between cleaning a car and repainting, which one's cheaper. You know what I mean? So there's definitely some work that's going to be done there, and you need to make sure that they understand the value of it and what it is that you are offering, right? Because that's going to also justify it's going to be cheap. Because we have the cost, class is free, the products aren't. So, what we talked earlier about how we can help sell it, that can be. How you doing? Morning.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Hope I didn't miss anything.
No, we're just all waiting for you.
Real quick, Mark,
Yes, sir.
we got, said for some reason the video cut out, but did you just say use a powder to finish up? Rinse, then use the powder?
The powder, I like to use the powder once because it's faster. The cleanup part was because you may have some residue in the grout that come up. Our vacuum's 2 horsepower. I mean, it's really nice, but sometimes not all vacuums are going to pick up as clean as ours. So if you have a residue, I would absolutely consider cleaning it so the floor looks obviously better. But some cases you would need to rinse it and neutralize it. In a Diamond Renew, we may want to do that, but with EMP, we wouldn't need to do that. So the rinsing is more just to make the surface look better and get excess residue out. And if you have a vacuum that's not that good, you're going to be doing a lot of rinsing and a lot of repeating. If you have a good vacuum, like we do, it's just you're gonna go through it once. You can go over with a microfiber or something to pick up the residue on the floor machine, but you don't want to clean up twice, and the cleanup is going to be for residue, and you'll get excess residue if your vacuum is not that great. So all things to consider.
That's one of the things that he was saying, just knowing the difference between what needs to be restored and what needs to be cleaned, knowing the damage was caused by,
right.
So a lot of the cleaning on that. So
no, that's
he says
that's
thank
a very
you.
Good point. Now to answer that for me, how many people have a 7-inch hand polisher and 7-inch diamond impregnated pads? Or you guys have a polisher? Okay. I love to do a sample. So to answer the question, I may not know what is there, and I may not know the extent of the damage, but I do know that I have options just like the customer does. So I'll do a sample in the worst area, and I'll do it with the powder. Let's say they don't like that. We go to the next process, and they love that, okay? That does 2 things. It tells me what I need to do to make the customer happy, and I also will tell them, look, I know you're a consumer just like I am, so I want you, I know you're going to get different bids. I would. But when you get another bid, make sure that person can do a sample. Don't let somebody come over and point and say, I can do that cheaper. That would be unfair to you and unfair to me. So that eliminates a lot of people. So back to the point they're asking, you're not going to always know the severity of it, and you're also not going to know exactly what the customer wants until you price them. So I would do a sample of the easiest. Like this gentleman, he looked at the polish, and he said, oh, I still see damage. Can you get that out? Of course we can. There's nothing we can't do with more time and more money. So I like to have the customer be able to tell you of options. So it is a little difficult to tell, but just know in the end you could do full restoration and make it look perfect. But that has a cost. And then we have, powder is one of them, we have some things to make it look better. And so that way you don't leave there empty-handed. You're either going to get, and they're going to be able to pay for it, afford it, and want perfect, or none. It's perfect. Right? We're good either way. As long as we walk out, having done some work.
Or you like more of the hot?
Thank you. Keep the questions coming.
More of the hot through the white one?
Why do I like the hog? Oh, the hog's hair? The combo pad? Huh? Okay. The product is a little bit hotter, and it doesn't have the ability to self-neutralize like the EMP. So the combo pad allows some of the excess acid that's not being used to go up in the pad and not stay on the floor. So if I use a white pad and I use the Diamond Renew, I'm putting all that acidic material on there flat. There's nowhere for it to go. So I burn the floor easier with the white pad. Just like if I used 5X or other powders that are not going to self-neutralize, you have more of a chance to burn it. The pad, to me, tends to be softer and puts it down harder. And I want that for the EMP, but I don't want it for the Diamond Renew. So does that make sense? I just find that it's... This is Jack, everybody. Jack, everybody.
Hello.
Good job, Jack.
Right? Yes.
So, do you recommend the Diamond Renew for the harder surfaces?
I recommend the Diamond Renew for the harder surfaces, yeah. But I recommend EMP first. When you start mastering that, or you get something that EMP you think is not working as well on, then let's go to... But what you have to figure, especially, like Groutsmith has a few employees, so it has to be sustainable to everybody. So I would tell them to always use Diamond Renew, because even though he can do it perfect, Jan can do it perfect, they're going to hire other people. So these people have to be as good as him, which they're not going to be because they don't have the experience. But let's give them the easier to work with powder. And I think those results right there speak for themselves. So we do two things here. We get you paid because of the results, and we keep you out of trouble. So yeah, the Diamond Renew, you'll work your way into it. Okay. Let's work that a little bit more. A little more water. There you go.
I have a question.
Yes.
I just did recently my first stone polishing job.
Nice.
It was 600 square feet about. It took me about 8 hours.
Okay.
I got roasted for like how long I was
Okay.
there. My first job, and my question is, I think it took me a while because I just didn't know when to stop. I'm using, I use a 3-step, is it called the Elite?
Yes, the Stone Pro Elite Pad.
Yeah,
That's a
three
three-step
pads.
diamond impregnated pad
1, 2,
system.
and 3. I didn't know when to stop after each one. Like I would do it, but I'm like, is this enough or should I keep going? Like, is there a certain pass rate that you're doing? Or how does that
Absolutely.
work?
Absolutely. So we talked about the powders. We go down and back 1, down and back 2, down and back 3, down and back 4. And then I go to the next level. I do that consistently throughout whatever pad I'm doing because you're not going to go too quick or too long, but if you go too short, you don't allow the diamonds to remove it. Now, the reason I say 4 pads is because what you got to consider is the Elite pads are diamond impregnated pads, and they are, the whole face is with diamond. The entire face has diamond on it. So you're polishing or cutting with those pads through the entire face. So that's going to mean that you're going to be cutting pretty much all the time you make passes. Our diamond pads, the DOT pads, have diamond on the edges. It's not 100% diamond. It only has, I think, 8 of them. So
you wouldn't want to run that a little bit longer because that's working like a lawnmower. On the edges where the diamonds are, there's nothing in the middle. So when you work with the elite pads, I would look at 4 passes and then
What's a pass?
down and back 1.
But like how he's going, is that a pass? When he goes to the left, is that a pass?
When he goes back, hold on, that's a pass. Do another one. A little slower. That's 2 passes.
And that's with a just regular 175.
Right? What do you have?
I had the Orbach with the weight kit.
Oh, same thing. I mean, just by nature, I would say the same thing. But I know the Orbach, I know the material is 1700 RPM, doing the little diamond, the little, right, the oscillating machine. It does go faster, but just stick with 4. Down and back 1, do it 4 times.
See, that thing was heavy. Also, the heavier the machine, the better the.
Not really.
No?
No. Because if that was the case, I'd get a 400-pound machine and go whoop and be done. The combination of the pressure you're going to put, which requires weight, and the revolutions. It's like cutting using a saw on a piece of wood. It's a combination of how much you put pressure and how many times you go across that cuts it. You don't just put everybody on it and go right. So it's a combination. In fact, if you have too much weight on it, you're going to prematurely wear the pads. You're going to be the guy who comes in and says, hey, the pads lasted 500 feet, what happened? And as we start to talk about it, and you put 400 pounds on there, that's a lot of weight. We put that for granted in some cases, but not.
Here's my next question. How do I
Okay.
know when the pad's done?
Our pads, you'll see the color go away. When the color's gone and you have the white pad, it's gone.
I'm not sure how to do that.
Oh, I'll show you right now. More faster, much faster. That's actually a combo pad. The Hawkshair pads, they don't make them anymore.
Well, they don't.
No. So we use a combo pad. We use the white pad for EMP, and we use the Hawkshair Extreme for Polish Pro. Polish Pros are crystallized. We do that with the burnisher. Nice.
So he's already done like 10 passes.
Okay.
Is that too much now?
No. I mean, as I said earlier, you're not going to go too many, but he's also not working with a diamond impregnated pad. That's
What is
different.
he doing?
That's just powder. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. It's just different. It's not any better, any worse. I think what you do with the pads is better. We're going to do that sample next.
Okay.
All right, let's go for some water. Let's pick that up. We'll take a quick break. We'll get back on it. And somebody, when you're running this pad, this machine here pretty soon.
I have another question.
Yeah.
All right. So the whole
Pablo, give me a second.
the whole protecting.
Uh-huh.
I bought those. I think they're like 10-inch plastic covers that come with the tape.
Okay.
It took
Imagery.
a long time to do all that.
Okay.
Kind of a learning curve.
Okay.
Correctly. But when I was done with the job, I found I didn't. The machine that flat. Like I thought it protected. To the machine that you're putting in extra bearing. Is that solely for like?
I think it represents who you want to be. So I can tell you that these guys, Roughsmith, they tape up regardless of how much splashes. That's not the indication you want to look at. What you want to look at is Roughsmith is charging more money. They got nice trucks, they have nice uniforms, you get what you pay for with them. You get your money for it. So if I hire you and you don't protect something, that's the last time I'm going to call you. Because it's my house. So think about it that way. So you want to get the calls, you want to get the referrals, be the guy who tapes up everything. So yes, does it not fly? It doesn't fly everywhere and you're surprised? Awesome. Doesn't change the fact that the appearance, or what happens in the appearance and the perception of you changes a great deal when you either are going to tape protect or not tape protect. Does anybody have any opinions on that?
Yeah, no, the homeowner, the customer appreciates you doing that because you're doing that extra. You may not splash anything, but for peace of mind for the homeowner. I mean, they see that as if this guy knows what he's doing.
So this is
we
polish here.
automatically,
Let's look at it. That
we
one's-
take off the top,
What's
we
the
take
look
on
like?
the carpet. We cover all of that.
Just finger straight?
And really, you know, we'll put down painters, tape next to carpet and stuff, or wood flooring, and it really doesn't do anything, it's just the customer sees that system. Yeah.
He's
Yes.
a professional.
So I have, travertine like this color in my home,
Uh-huh.
but when they installed it, it did not have a shine to it, it was like a natural, flavor,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
It's called the home finish.
Yeah, and so this what is it called? EMP,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of a difference will it make on that, or what can I expect?
Good question. So, earlier when we first started talking, I had mentioned to you we had David ran our 400 grit diamond pad to assimilate traffic.
That's the same.
Okay, that's the same.
Okay.
The 400 grit is considered a home. When they lift the polishing grit, they lift the 800 and longer and higher, and they leave the home finish at a 400 grit. So the pop you got from, and the difference, and the contrast between how it was we started and what we did with just the powder, that you can expect something similar. Now the travertine is not a solid, so you're not going to get that high of a shine, but you're going to get a big contrast. And to me, the home finish of travertines with the diamond renew, work it longer, put more powder, and just take your time. But you'll snap that to something that looks like you did maybe 2 bits of diamond, because it polishes very easily. It's a softer stone. So I think if you're not looking for perfect, the powder's going to get you right where you want to be when you get a good clean reflectivity, right? And it all is the same with one step. Or you can call these guys. All right. Yes.
No, you have to be, like sometimes, they throw a topical sealer on the travertines.
Mm-hmm.
When you go into the house and he didn't know, and then you're trying to polish with EMP or diamond renew, and nothing happened.
Right. That's a good point. He mentioned it was his, so he just bought it at home, so I didn't really look at that. What he's talking about is everything you see was fantastic, right? Because we're working on the stone. His point is, hey, when you go to somebody's house, you don't know what's on it. And it's true, if there's a wax, that powder won't work because it's not touching the stone, not touching the calcium, nothing to react to. So that's something to consider. I like to, but if it had wax or a lot of it, it might not have the damages that you see. So be aware of it. If it has damage, that means that something hit it, right? That means that the acid or something, acid will go through a lot of waxes too, but you can kind of read the floor. If they, just get a feel for it, look at the edges, look for the wax, I guess, applicators and little lines and
Ways,
streaks.
just if you think there's a floor finish or topical coating on there, just go to the side of that, closest to the baseboard, get a key out, start scratching away. You see that there is a powder on that that's coming off as you're scratching. There's some sort of topical.
Put a little bit of water on there.
You're going to need to remove that.
A little bit of water. If it doesn't darken, there's a topical. The wax, if they have a topical, it'll actually stay in the growler quite a bit.
I just went through
And
one.
guess what? That's
one
extra
that
money.
That I had acrylic.
I love that.
Acrylic, and,
Uh-huh.
and I have to strip it.
Job
Right.
price just
Yeah.
went up.
You didn't put the acrylic.
Huh?
Not your fault.
No,
you didn't
no,
put the
no.
acrylic.
Yeah.
No, but I test one size and it was all right, but when I started the whole project, I realized that just the spot that I choose, I had no sealer.
Yeah.
And then when I end doing, it was very thick acrylic.
Here's the other thing is that
So your prices went differently, right? Your prices
Well, he
went.
priced it on one type of work, and he ran into something else.
Well, the
Right.
thing is, you have to keep your word when you say I charge you this much.
Right.
You cannot change that.
well,
So you only do that once, right? Then you look at the whole job and you try and figure.
the other thing is that I think
It's not easy.
the biggest thing with that is informing your customer. A lot of them, they don't know what they don't know. Someone came in and said, hey, I can make this shine, and put a sealer in it and sold them on a floor finish or a topical as a sealer and something that'll shine, not knowing to the customer that, hey, that's actually not the right way to do it. So if someone else comes, they start seeing scratches on the floor, and then they call professional, you guys, and they say, hey, help, I want this floor to get back. And then you come in and now you see that you got to tell them, hey, they did this the wrong way. So I can fix it for you. I need to remove this. And then this is the process I'm going to need to do in order to get this up to a natural look. So in order to do that, though, you would say, hey, it's on you if you want to do that extra work for no money, but really, hey, I would need to remove this. It's going to be this much. And then I need to do it the right way, which is going to be this much.
Yeah, the second two projects, I lose it. Well, not lose it, but like I just tell them, no, I'm not gonna come to do all this work because we need a two process.
But at least you gave them the option. You said, hey,
Gave them the
I can do it, but it's going to cost you more because of this. It's not your fault that the wax was there, so you get the money and charge what you think you deserve and go
What a
from
good
there.
man.
You know?
Good man, good
Yeah.
contractor there. Because
I mean,
honestly, I wouldn't do it. I tell the customer, hey, look, this is where you're at, and in order to do that, this is what we need to do. And then just have them call somebody else. Maybe someone else that's like you and kind-hearted will do it and make no money. But
No,
let's be honest, we're in the business of making money. You know, we're not doing this. Hey, we're here to help customers, but we're also, you know, we're in it to make $1. You know, this is what we do. So
we make $1, you make $2.
you make $2.
Right. By the way, if you're in
Yeah.
Orange County, the going rate for wax removal is about $1 a square foot.
Wow.
Depending on square footage and how bad it is. Sometimes it's mop and glow,
Yeah.
which is pretty easy to remove. But sometimes they actually go to Home Depot and buy that Home Depot stuff, and they do layers of it where you gotta actually scrape it.
Scrape.
Physically scrape it.
Yeah. Wow.
Do all of you guys usually deal with this? Removing
Regularly.
top coats and
Really?
stuff like that?
Okay.
Really? Okay.
Good.
It's very
That's
popular.
good to know.
I've seen it in like multi-million-dollar homes.
Yeah, well, it's just the easy. It's the easiest. It's an easy fix. And
It's
what
an easy-
happens is
right.
people come in and they say, "Hey, well, I could do this for 50 cents, right?" And
We need a video on that.
It's just
good stuff. Thank you for that.
Thank you for
it's
that.
good to
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
this.
sure.
It's good to hear this because that means there's contractors out there that are just quick and easy buck and in and out. You
Yep.
know. So
Or there's people that have the same problem. We just don't address it because we don't hear it enough.
right.
Before we take a little quick break, Heroes behind the
Quick
camera.
break.
That's Cesar Martinez. This is Mr. Pablo here. Works at the Hard Rock store. Back over there is the fabulous Fernando.
Fernando.
They can all help you out. When we get questions, we'll have them get some quotes on some products.
Somewhere on.
Ishmael somewhere around. I didn't see him. That's why I didn't include it.
And we try to go live as well. So if you guys don't make it to one of these classes,
Oh yeah,
we're on YouTube. So
YouTube.
we have a Stone Pro channel. It's called Stone Pro.
And
Stone Pro and Hard Rock.
I did mention that at the very beginning.
And Hard Rock. Yeah, we put them all over.
All
right, let's take a quick
folks,
break.
Quick break. We'll
be back on
restroom, donuts, coffee,
That's right. Coffee up.
and then
And I see you looking around. Yeah, you're getting on the machine. Maybe not this exact minute, but we'll get you on there. Break.
all right, stretch time.
Let's get this gentleman if he wants to be on the machine right now before we get started. You want to run the machine while we're on break? Want to run the machine while we're on break? I'll tell everybody to turn around. Nobody else see it.
So on the chat, we're saying facts. You run a business, not a charity.
I'm sorry?
He's saying.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My type of.
And I think we've offered some good options so that they can choose, right? Because even when we shop, we like options. So I love that. You want to take them? Let's take the pad off. Let's put a diamond pad, an elite pad. Let's flip it upside down.
Yeah, yeah. We'll just leave it on.
That's what I use. It's a powder.
If weight doesn't matter, why do they sell them bigger machines?
What is your oscillating machine?
No, they do sell marble.
Oh yeah, these are for concrete.
Oh. I thought it was.
You can use it on model like well, you can, but that's a $7,000 machine. Right.
No way.
Right back.
That was my
Because this is a regular 165, but it's got weight.
What about the two I always recommend put more weight. Yeah.
It had weights. It had actual weights that you could put on. And it was made for that. So it was.
More weight. Does it work better?
The other thing is.
For polishing, that's good. But when you do diamonds, you need this. You with that one, you know, like
Yeah, just regular water.
you know, like it gives you a very good job.
The guy said
It's an
that.
expensive machine. Actually, it's not
Yeah, but the guy said the elite pads are better than this. The guy said that the elite pads are better than this powder.
You wanna clean it?
We're just gonna mess with it. This is actually a diamond tag that I switched it over, and we'll just have.
You know,
have
he
the run
actually
machine,
has got
run
more.
machine, so that
So he actually sits in there. He sits in there. He does more concrete. So we brought Dave on.
So usually,
I guess he's kind of taking around place. I mean, Robert, more concrete.
it's just good. Usually, you sit it on your collar.
What you got? I guess about
Let me show it. So he like when you glitter, sometimes you know like somebody can you know like feel so strong, but it's not.
Come on in. I'm Dave.
So they were. Is that it? Go low. Let's put down. Go up.
This is marble.
So like the brake, it's by going that way, push it down, and that's the brake. Up, down, so you can go like this. A little bit down. See, if I do too much, it goes very
You put the weight on top. That machine's hard to move around.
but it's kind of when you go out, so you want to know the brake. So the brake is left to right. Put it down. So
You do the
put it to your side, where you run.
the weight is less important, especially in small head. The weight is less important. The weight is less important when you're doing the elite pads. You put 100% of your weight on it. If anything, a lot of weight will make it harder to run.
Yes, he's gonna learn the machine go.
Hold it here once you get it.
So this is old technology.
What?
This is old technology
Oh, no, that's a new one.
And always,
as well.
So when you
You
have,
get tired.
when you have,
siempre cuando te agarres,
you got to remember
que no te
what we're talking
pinche la
about. This
máquina.
class, a lot of people come in.
Que no te agarre así la
and they- That pad system,
porque así son.
you don't have to buy.
¿Sí lo
a
sientes?
heavy drive. You can run that under your system.
Pero poquito,
So
poquito
what
para
we do
arriba.
is we actually make the diamond pads
So
smaller,
that's the brake.
and we put 8 of them. So the old system was the drive. Hey, welcome to the class. Want to get a restoration? Oh, by the way, before you start, here's a $600 plate. So people were less enthused about buying a plate and get started. Now you can use your existing equipment.
No, pero no lo
That.
pesado es.
So I have an orbital. I don't have to worry about.
You have an orbital. Does your orbital have Velcro on it?
Con dos dedos la
Okay, so
puedes
then you can do
mover.
whatever you like. You can do the diamonds, which is why you put so much weight, or you can do that
With less weight.
with less weight. And that actually has
two things.
Well,
You're
the
gonna have a
lipids,
better
yeah.
ability to override lipids. Use lipids everywhere. Because the other hard diamonds on a hard pad, right? So when you hit lipids, what happens? It bounces the machine. That will override it slightly. Make it easier for you to run the machine. Yeah, I work with people who try to do all the time.
So, but the elite pads are overall, for me, a better option than.
No, I
You started off with 2 fingers.
No,
What we're gonna do is
because
this.
it's
You're gonna see the elite pads here.
because you don't know.
And they're gonna be
When you
good.
don't know it,
No, no. Yeah, see,
You're gonna see the diamond pads
you
here.
want
and
to
they're gonna be
I'm
better.
strong. I can hold it. It's
Better.
not strong.
Yep.
It's okay. You know, like,
totally
The
right.
difference is this, when you work with diamond pads, the diamond pad is hard. I don't care if it's 3 inch, it's my 2 inch.
All right, so we're.
The pad's gonna be hard for the most part, unless you get a flexible, like a nickel. So your hard resin diamonds, they cut flat, and as they expose the resin, they're gonna show diamonds, but they're still cutting like this every time they spin around. Okay? The diamond impregnated pad is diamond particulate on the pad, and that pad's gonna have some give. So it's gonna go over lipids fine, but when it goes over a flat floor, it's gonna cause it to look a little ripples. So that is what they call foliage. So when you do step, because you're only doing 3 steps, your unpeel is not that evident. But if you're gonna try and match up to something perfect, and you want it to be perfect, that's gonna be diamond. And you'll see the difference between the two. You need to make it a perfect.
How does
So the pads are very good, but the diamonds are better. In the factory, they use diamonds. They use the diamond impregnated. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So a lot of times,
We got a stand.
a lot of times, we're talking about how much okay? So what I will do today is we're gonna go through with the diamond pad and what they're on. Then we're gonna go to my step 3 with and that's gonna be awesome.
That's the one I use.
Yeah. So you could do it. You could do the entire restoration system, make it look perfect, and you can call it, green polishing because all you're using is water. And we're gonna do that here. So you're gonna get pizza, you're gonna get education, you got everything you need here. But you have choices. So yes, you can put diamonds on it to make it look better. What you have is very good. The zoom pads are good. What you have is very good, and then we can show you something big. You'll be able to visually see the difference. The difference is not that big.
Yeah.
What you doing? You're obviously getting paid for it. You're obviously making
The step 2 and step 3 was a bit of a difference, but not like a whole lot.
That's good. That's good for me because that means that step 2 and step 3, it looked good, right? The vein looking good.
It almost looked like it had a sealer.
Nice. It doesn't. So that means that it looks that shiny where you think there's a sealer. So that's actually
Then I added a solvent sealer
okay.
after.
Why?
Better protection.
No, absolutely it is.
You got it though.
No, but this is a
Correct. What kind of cigarette did you use?
Oh, the brand?
So,
You got
when you work with stones, the cigarettes are way too expensive. When you work with solvent, when the solvent hits there, it tends to evaporate. That's not as good as you think it is. People sell it like, oh, solvent's the way to go. Well, solvent evaporates. Your sealer product is on the surface. Our product is a hybrid. We have solvent products. We also have something in there that keeps the surface wet. Because when you keep the surface wet, it continues to draw in sealer easily. So as much as you have the solvent want to get on, that solvent evaporates. Our product, which is not solvent, it's a hybrid. Solvent based.
Anyone else want to run the machine? Now
That's
is the
going to
time.
actually penetrate deeper. Why?
Before we get
Because
back
it's
in.
hanging
Find your
on
heart?
the surface.
No, it's not going to the store right now.
But I can't. It's going to work. Secret works is really cheap.
$50 a gallon.
yeah, but sometimes you like you said, the head. You put
You
it
can't
in
give
your
it
head.
what I'm going to show you. I'm
Like,
going to show you some sealers. But yeah, if you get your
you work it like right here.
it's mostly I've got one it's $40. It's just like that.
I guarantee
But
within
it's
2 days I'll know how to do
What I found also is that it's low residue.
my hair.
I've tried other solvent sealers, and they leave a residue that's very
No, I don't do that. I did that when I was younger.
where I have like
Just like you like the car, you know, like
Yeah.
just push it a little bit.
and you also want to put enough that
When we
it
first-
seeps into the ground.
start
not
like
just
that.
Oh yeah, you're singing to the choir.
I can try.
That's why.
You know,
That's why I don't have a product
but I just wanna get
that's
the feel
solid
of
base
it.
that
Yeah. Right.
because it's just
Yeah, it's
solvent
like
and glass in the back. You want to have
Go out.
When you think you think something $50, solvent's not.
Not too long, people who have, pouches.
No, already did. I'll take care of it. But yeah, I'll get you some sample flavor. Also, smell, something that we.
Smell? What do you mean?
Yeah, we put a little bit of a bubble wrap.
Yeah.
No, this one doesn't have a scent.
Oh, that's good. A lot of the solvents most of them do.
I tried broad, super sealer.
And I always
TMS
used to walk
brand.
too hard.
That was- Yeah, but it's the same stuff, but it's the smell is a little bit stronger. The one from Home Depot, 411, 511, something like that. That one's kind of
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually illegal to sell in gallons. 511.
I put a solution
It also
on
is
that,
carcinogen.
and then it's well, and then I extract it.
And then now I'm playing with the Rex Pro, which is
It's
just applied that yesterday on the tile.
and then I extract it.
So, you know that siloxane, silanes, silicone.
Oh, that's yellow sounds good.
Oil, I'm not, I don't have enough experience with it, but
Let me tell you. Versatile.
the guy that showed me about it was using it on a ton of hotels. So far he hasn't had it.
Es lo mismo, la única diferencia es que tiene peso. El driver
Like we have a $40 show. I think it's water.
No, this is an actual coating. Like a thick, like something that you can touch. Yeah.
Oh, that's not
una bici, ¿no? Una, no sé.
It's like Coke. It's an old lot.
¿Cuándo fueron drives?
The difference is, the Corolla we sell is one worth, yours is two prices.
Yeah, they sell a 3-part and the new one is a Infinity Gloss. The gloss.
We did the same thing with Corolla bonding. We did the same thing. Let's come on a gallon for the high grade. So that's actually a coating.
Yeah, it's an actual thing you can feel that difference.
Yeah, that's good for us, and that is actually very similar. Yeah.
So, I have something else
Oh yeah. Yeah, it probably takes your foot traffic and walk on it. Well, we'll see. What I want to do is let them know that it's not really. They have the reason it's light duty is it's getting wear pattern. Well, look at it. So we have a product that's going to give you more color. So we can put color there. Yeah, so that is actually lighter in color. Where's the foot traffic at? Is it the doors? Yeah, so they have a lot. Okay. So what we can do is we can have a polish, spray polish, and you can polish it, so you can give it some more color and bring it back to the light. Right. Right.
No, because that's a different problem.
So you can roll the post, and I carry it on my shoulders, and I roll it to the side, and then
Right. Huh?
I have guys that help me, but right now, I'm just gonna sell that by myself. Because I'm just
No, Cobalt's a
I used to
brand.
work for Chipotle down there in Newport News.
And it would be the ultimate top coat gloss. They have nothing called anti-edge. Yeah, ultimate top coat. That's what it's called. Okay.
But yeah, so you want to trick on as well?
No. That. Yeah, he wants a price on that one. And he's using a product similar to that. Well, I mean, if he wants to clean the puddles, let him clean the puddles. That's to hire you. Yeah, we hire you. The first thing is trying to make sure that when we start talking about things you're going to do, the process that you're familiar with. Somebody can tell you, I want you to do this, but I want you to do it this way.
Mucho gusto, David. Sí, claro, y ahí donde están mis tarjetas de negocio.
I noticed that you let this dry for a while. Is there a concern with letting this dry and not being able to take it off the wall?
No, we were just talking.
No, I'm saying that is there a concern for me if I'm working and letting it dry?
It's going to be harder to pick up, but it depends on what you're working on. So what we did here, he just had a pad going. He had the people, they were working on a pad just to start getting a feel for the machine. But if you put more powder down there, it's going to be clear. But I can't speak for everybody about powder. You're talking about powder right now.
I'm talking about
Stone resin.
doing working with the stone.
Okay.
Do I have to go over it again once it's dry, or should I mop it off?
Whichever. And no bearing.
So then it's thick back on the floor after.
Not to the point where you can't take it off with your finger. Not.
Oh, okay, that was.
Yeah. Well, why don't you rub that? Rub it up. When you're stepping on it. No, the black. Put your finger across that. There you go. Wet it a little bit.
Okay, so there is a bit of a force needed to apply to take that out.
That's a big.
So I probably should have let it dry.
Well, no, it's gonna be hard. It's easier to pick up when you just vacuum, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you do let it dry, it picks up all the free defects. So you go over with the white pad and clean it all up. So yeah, cleaning up while you're working would be better. Because what you're not thinking about is this. What about that residue in the ground joint? So, do you work? When you work the job, you work with two people, right?
I had to help.
Okay. Have you vacuum behind you?
It
So
was
you
horrible.
can.
It was horrible.
It was horrible? Man, you should hire Jack. Even he's better than horrible. Good.
Jack's better than horrible.
That's right.
Well, I ran it off the thing last time I did it.
I'm also very detailed oriented.
Jack can do the vacuum like.
So, what you're looking at is the question you're asking or situation where people are less
I'm gonna get this bucket
So
in
if you're
there
going to
without
continue to
getting
detail, you're not going to have any
the
issues. I like that.
It's okay if you
Let's get it.
And also less work. If you're going and you're cutting that floor as you're doing and picking that up out of the grout joints, that means that's work. When you turn that job in, you're gonna want to do a final rinse. So when that's done, you don't have any hits in this because your customer's gonna want nice.
with a string off.
There's no rule.
There's no rule, but
I would say
whatever's easier. If you've
dry
got the-
white pad.
If you've got the machinery to rinse with a pad, rinse, come back.
You can get a little carpet bonnet. You go with that. Take off any residue.
The microfiber bonnet.
Do that too. Yeah.
After I've done all the 3 steps.
Yeah, and you know, if you vacuum, if there's still some residue, you can do that.
Let's go. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Nice, is back in session.
All right, are you sure? Because I don't see the teacher.
I know. Let me get up.
I don't see the
can't.
teacher.
Let me get back to you.
There's two. I don't know where the other one is. I think I just heard it.
That's the one we
I feel like I'm gonna hit you. I feel like I'm gonna run into you. Yeah. Sorry. You're gonna hit me. My hands are hurting. You're gonna crush me.
3 steps. Okay. And then
All right.
Yeah, they've done this one. The last several jobs.
All right. So let's talk about scratch removal. These are diamond impregnated pads. There's diamond spray. There's a 1, 2, and 3 system we have.
That's not the elite.
This is the elite. Yeah, these are the elite pads.
What are the grids for the 1, 2, and 3?
So the number 3 is 11,000 grit. The number 2 is going to be a combination of 3,000 and 6,000, and then the number 1 is going to be 400, 800. So really nothing consistent. It's more like a broader 1, 2, and 3. So the diamond impregnated pads. What we're going to do? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. No, I just don't know where they went to. So the diamond impregnated pads are designed to remove light duty scratching and damage. 3-step process which only requires water. Okay? So when we did the powder, that's something that's used sometimes in a 1-step. A lot of people use a powder after they do restoration, which we're going to also do. This is something that is light duty, 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Showers. I'll have people go through showers, which is like the step 3. The abrasive in there removes light damage, takes off all that soap, that's residue that's hard to remove, and leaves you with a luster with no chemical. So it's something that's good about the pad. So we're going to run this. This would be scratch removal. This would be better than just the 1 step. So let's work on it.
So, what do you want? Step 1?
Yeah. Want to go?
What's the range on step 1?
Just step 1.
And the quick range?
Here's your again.
400.
Still step 1. He's got it. It's about 400, 800.
4 to
8. Yeah.
And it's not impregnated on both sides, right?
It is not impregnated on both sides. Good question. If I did that, the other side, when it hits your pad, you'd be like scraping off diamond instead of just the pad. You'd be losing it.
I have a question.
Yes.
So why is there a range between 4 and 8? Are they not all rated equal? Is one batch going to cut more than the other?
No, it's fine that way. That's what we do.
So the manufacturer's not sure.
We are the manufacturer.
Of the exact number.
I know the exact. How can I help you?
No, I'm saying, what's the exact range? Oh, I see. Sure. Damn. Get to it.
And this will remove etching.
Is there a number even more of Indian lamination? That's the limit at the top.
So, well, let's go with this. It'll remove some.
But some I see the picture that looks like glass. Obviously, it wasn't right.
Yeah, because it's material. Marbles will look different.
If I use the 11,000 on marble, it will look like glass.
Why don't we use 11,000 on marble? Yeah, it'll look much better than the machine. But darker stuff than let's see. Remember when you do the color?
You're gonna go all the way down that way? You're just gonna do the black. Okay.
I can do the tan and the black that way? Yeah.
Sure. What do you want me to do with it?
We'll tan the black this way. And then, yeah, because then whenever we do that side,
But we've already powder polished here, so.
right.
Yeah.
And then powder polish over there too.
Sure.
And then we want to have the diamond. So if we do it this way and you do it this way, you can see the difference between the diamond and the diamond pregnant pad on all the colors. If you do it that way, you're not going to get it. So that's what I don't know what you, I think it's what you like to do. But we get the tan and the black, that's what we want to do. We want to do the same on the other, and we can see the difference.
And you said this process is a restorative process.
I did not. I said it was going to be something that's going to be scratchable. So this is going to be like a like if there's a heavier scratch, that's not going to remove it.
Right, so you have to go to
Correct. No, it's a little deeper. And that would be into the diamond pads. So when we get into that process, you can just do I think the black and the tan over there. Yeah, they have more time. I think get Pablo on the machine too.
No, we're good.
I have a question.
Yeah, but I'm not. If I don't bring you along, Steve gets in trouble. You're on there. I need to make all you guys, everybody. Yes, sir.
So would the restoration process not be this? It'd be only if I were doing the honing pad. Then I would call it a restoration.
What do you mean by a honing pad?
A honing pad to get to the deeper scratches.
A honing diamond impregnated pad? That's not restorative.
No, what is
Diamond. We spoke earlier about a vest, and that would be diamonds, and we haven't got there yet.
okay?
We're going to have diamonds, so that would be perfect. Because you can go lower with the diamonds. You go 50 grit, you go 30 grit, but we don't go that low here.
Okay,
We've got a scrap. We got a table pull across, or a piano or something. So the diamonds are what they do low with that. So the diamond impregnated pads are great for getting in, getting out. But again, going to homes in Laguna de Gal, they're probably going to want restoration, or if you do something and like you had said, I can still see that scratch. Well, the scratch can be removed, but I have to go lower. And doing lower would be more restoration. That's going to be another $2 a foot. Do a sample, show them, and then, that's great. That's what I wanted. So the way David's doing this with the tan and the black, you'll be able to see what we're talking about in relation to scratch removal.
Because that step one pad, it took out the etching, within the first pass, I think.
Absolutely. No, they're awesome. But what if the scratch or the etching is deeper? See, so we have to have the diamonds for restoration. These are very popular because most people don't. When we do the diamonds, you're going to see how low we can go. It looks like concrete. We rough it up so much, but we're doing that because we're taking everything off and all the diamonds or all this damage. And then we go higher and higher, just like we do in the factory until it becomes perfect. Whereas with the diamond impregnated pad, you're trying to take off lighter damage. And so it's only 3 steps. And that's why we widen the range so we can do more with it. So if a customer is Laguna de Gal or a bunch of money and they're paying $6 a foot, we want to use diamonds. We're going to get them what they deserve.
Can you use it in combo with a equipment like a wood drill, or maybe use it for electrical?
Yes. So this will be good. And then we're going to show when it's going to be better. That way, because your customers are going to want choices, right? Like you go out and you have in your mind you're going to do restoration and it's $4 a foot, and they don't have $4 a foot, you walk home empty-handed. You have the 3 steps, you might do 2 steps and get paid because it looks better, which is what they were looking for. You didn't have to use your more expensive diamond. Because not only is the difference between the diamond impregnated pads and diamonds, not only is the difference in quality, the difference in price.
And don't they go hand in hand, right? So the DOT pads or diamond pads are gonna be about $100, $150, whereas these are 50. So this
We
is
have a-
gonna be, yeah.
We have a question. Honing is just the process, correct? And the diamond is the pad material used for the process.
What was that?
Honing is just the process, correct? And diamond is the pad material used for the process.
Good question. Incorrect.
Incorrect.
So, honing is not a process. Honing is a result. So, when you look at factories, they're going to give you options of a high gloss polish. They're going to give you a hone finish. What is a hone finish? It's a duller finish, which is a 400 grit. That's not the process. That's the result. There's also the result of sandblasted look. There's also flamed on granite. So, restoration is the process. If I go restoration and I run from 50 to 100 to 220 and stop at 400, I use the restoration process
To get a hone
to
result.
hone result. Right. If I had a high gloss finish and I wanted to get it to a hone, what would I use? A 400 grit. That's one step to take the shine down. So it's not the process, it is the end result. So a hone end result is going to be a more natural look. And then you get into other things. But good question. A lot of people call it honing, and it's actually restoration.
So you got that? Honing is the result, the process is restoring.
And when we get to 400 grit on the diamond, remind me, we'll look at it. That's a home finish.
Okay.
That's everything you can purchase it.
So yeah, feel free to ask any questions in the chat. We'll answer them.
What time did you do that? Yeah. Okay, cool. Take a look. Let's take a look. See what's removed, see what's still there.
Step one.
See who's doing step two. Alright, so yeah, that's good. What we're looking for
Damn
is
right.
what we want is consistency. Okay, so if I find
Got 2 miles.
actually this looks really good, David.
Thank you.
No, because like scratches that were here are not here anymore.
Of course.
So take a look over here.
That's
If
right.
you look here, if you look over here, you see scratches, right? And right here, it looks pretty consistent. If I see a scratch that's white in a circular, that tells me I picked up a rock or something, and that's bad. Okay. So I want it clean like this. So you vacuum up in
Now we
between.
can see what it looks
When I have a
like.
Good dry, wet dry vacuum to pick everything up.
That was just step one, right?
I get
Step one.
that was just step one. Sometimes I get questions like, "Hey, do you mop in between grits?" Good question, but my answer is like, well, I only mop between grits when I have a terrible vacuum because this is what I want, right? So you want it to be consistent, and you can see it's not really honed, it's not really dull. It's taking out etching, light duty damage. Something more severe would be restoration when we get to that as well. So,
Did you say these are not diamond impregnated pads?
that's not what I said. What I said was that restoration is done with diamonds, and the scratch removal would be done with the diamond impregnated pad. I passed around the diamond impregnated pad. We're doing the diamond impregnated pad. We're doing scratch removal.
So it is that.
Restoration would be better. It's a diamond that's hard to give us a better result. And the diamond pads got frankly more money.
They look like this.
They don't look like that. There's some on the top. I'll show it to you. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Glad this is helping, Felder.
Hold on.
This is
Does
what
anybody
we're
else
here
wanna
for, so yeah.
Get on the machine. You want to get on the machine? All right, he's coming on. We got somebody else.
And as you can see, we do hands-on, so we let people try the machine.
Including the cameraman.
We don't want to steal the show. That's the thing. We don't want to steal the show.
Well, here's the thing. Coming to a class is great, right? But you don't know how to drive in the book. So,
You gotta get behind the car, yeah?
yeah, and this is our car. It's our racetrack. We have nothing to worry about. And we're fully insured.
At least
So ride it.
honestly 5 passes. And then we drop down to the second one.
You could just go in the black. Not go in the white.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So right.
A little more
Yeah,
water.
a little more water. Yeah.
Oh, when it's dry, it's a little rough to little tough to handle. But he absolutely knows how to handle the machine.
Yeah.
When it's not wet, it's hard to handle.
Yeah.
It wants to spin you.
So you dropped down already? We're still up here.
¿Cómo te llamas?
David.
Si te acordaste bien. David quiere que le quite yo los rapones. ¿Cuánto tenías sin agarrar?
Decía mi abuela.
Me dijo que 20.
20 años sin agarrar.
24
años. No, la edad que tiene mucho.
Entonces te bajaste otra vez y no completaste. ¿Eh? Recuérdate que son 5. 1, 2. Entonces.
Yo pensé que me ibas contando.
No, así que. Porque si no, no va a salir bien el jale. Entonces yo creo que son 2 ahí arriba. No, hasta donde está negro está bien. Y negro y para allá bien.
Perfect. That's what we're here for. So, yeah, come on next time. And yeah, there's no such thing as damn questions. So every question's welcome. We're here to offer our expertise and try to help you guys understand it and make the most of it to do your job the best way possible. So that's what this is all about.
¿Cuántos llevas ahí? ¿Son 4? 4.
Y es pilón. Es pura agua la usamos.
Pura agua.
¿Cuántos square feet son esos?
Quieras, nomás que si vas a tener el tiempo,
No, o sea, ¿cuántos square feet cubre?
Oh, diamante. Yeah.
So it's going to be like 1,000 to 3,000. When you work on marble, it's going to be longer life. If you put too much weight on the machine, it shortens the life. When you work on travertine, it shortens the life. Because if you fall on concrete, let's flip that. If you fall on this floor, you hurt your knee. But if you fall on concrete, you hurt your knee, you tear the skin up. The porosity of concrete and the holes in it, just something more porous is going to equate to more abrasion. More abrasion is going to wear the diamonds out faster. So keep that in mind. Travertine is easier to polish, it's soft, but it takes a toll on your diamond pad. This guy's perfect. Sandbagging.
He's saying that he hadn't handled the machine for 24 years. He was doing this when he was some time ago, and he had it.
Oh yeah, no,
Told him it's like riding a bike.
he ain't lost a step.
¿Cuántos llevas? Solo te paras ahí.
That's a good speed. You can't go too fast. You don't want to go any faster than that. But you don't have to go really slow either. You want to go, again, consistent. I like consistent, controllable.
What we just did was the step 2, so this will be the results of the second step of the Elite pads, the 3-step system. So it'll be right there on that front 2 rows. Those are the ones that we worked on.
Yeah. Put it right a little bit more. just on the black, I can see I want to take out more.
And it's just as simple as that. If
How
you
you doing?
feel like you need to go over more, just turn it back on. You can go over it again.
You changed the pad?
No, same path.
Let me see it.
What's the weight on this machine?
I would say, I'm guessing, around 160 with the added
Plate,
the added weight.
which is 35.
Yeah.
You have an Orbit? What kind of plate machine do you have?
What about body?
You push it like a lawnmower, that's the best part.
Yeah,
You have to find it like you do here.
I can actually let go of the machine too.
Yeah, and it goes. It's just barely turns.
Barely
left.
moves, yeah.
Uh-huh, I know. I think I have one in the back somewhere. The vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, with that machine, I clean hard.
Right. Hold on a second. Let's take a look. How's it look? Come take a look. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? So what we're looking at is less damage, right? So remember we talked. So we did nothing but use water in these pads. Remember we talked about what makes the stone lighter in color, and we saw how white this was because we had scratches that were showing. Now that we're making it smaller, we're seeing more color. So it's good to recognize what you talk to your customers. But like you're out quite a field planted, it's easy to, just now you can explain why it is so important for what you're doing, right?
Right.
Good color. This is good.
You just don't want to admit it.
Let's keep going. This is gonna be the last one, so we'll get more people on this. We'll run it here. We're gonna take a lunch. We're gonna come back and do some sealer, and then we're gonna go back and do full restoration on that side, and we'll compare the two. We've been talking a little bit about scratch removal and then restoration, and I just want you to see it so you can understand. Scratch removal, yeah. Not too deep. That's exactly right. Not too deep, not too aggressive. That'd put your customer in a whole other category. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, teamwork right there. Shoot. Where's my flag? Let's both put one on.
Right. You need one.
Did you get the machine ready? You did, huh? And you did too. Anybody else want to get on? There's still some time.
Oh, the machine, yeah, it's not too heavy. And then yes, we will do step 3 after lunch. Or are you doing that right now?
Step 3 right now.
Oh, okay. So we're doing that right now.
So if you start here, 1,
Yep.
2, right.
Forth and back.
Yeah, 1 and back. What was that?
If you have a scratch in one area.
So you can attack that specifically. So that'll be on the restoration. You'll see how we do that. Now, in order to do a scratch on a particular area, you want to hit that area, protect the rest, and then when you fix that, you want to feather everything else. And when you're doing restoration, it's going to be a different price than what you would do as far as powder. So let's see what the process is. Time consuming, labor intensive. So my thing is always, hey, labor intensive, more time.
Mark,
Yes.
another question. Do you just eventually understand how fast that feels with more experience? Like how fast to go?
Sure.
I think where he's going is the right speed. I think what's going to happen is more experience will be helpful in realizing that going faster is not helpful. So I like the experience part. Not to tell you how fast to go, but to tell you that going faster is not better. So, but I guess both. But as far as the feel, you want to get behind it. You lift the handle up to the right, lower. So that is more experience. But as far as fast, and even if the stone is harder or softer, you want to go the same speed. So you'll learn more that going faster is not going to go faster. Sometimes you go back, you're not going to get the same result because you didn't let it get back into work. But there's something to that, but we like consistency. We like, she talked about the water. I didn't give her ounces, I gave her control of it. So these are things that have a little bit of a wiggle room in it, what's best for you. But the speed's going to be fairly consistent, and experience is going to show you that speed is not different. Take your time.
So yeah, I'm not sure if you heard, but it's mainly focused on consistency, not so much speed. You will find what's a good speed to work on you, but as you can see here, what you really want is to have control of the machine, controllable amount of water, controllable amount of speed. Faster doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna finish faster, because if you do go too fast, you'll have to redo the steps. Correct. It's not always better because you might go a little too fast and you have to redo the steps. So you want to do consistent is what he was mentioning, the key.
So sometimes you might be just too strong. But yeah, that's awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Just like
So, it's like find somebody who can't focus.
We'll get it to see what's right after here.
That's one guy can do it. And you're going to be the first guy. Because you don't have to do that all day long. I want the powder.
We're big on seaweed. 60% of our business is
This is sealer. I use one of your sealers, but maybe use it on the wrong application. It's like concrete.
When you do restoration, you're looking at taking out like 3 nanometers. The size of it.
5 minutes and then come back and down.
That's what it is.
So the patent is
It was on tile.
right. When you
Ceramic tile?
you're going to get the residuals.
Okay.
way to remove that is either use
Some people
more
use the
concrete
diamond
or
gas.
some
Oh,
type
look
of
at that.
denatured alcohol to remove some of that.
Oh. Vibe or no vibe, you've got that machine handled.
Heavier than the orbital, right? Because it's
I feel the machine fighting.
yeah,
The orbital is
and
a
just
lot
easier
smoother.
to yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It spins very slow, but the oscillation is money. And you push it, there's no fatigue. It's a great machine.
It is. It just I can't get used to it. I don't know. Low speed is just. But yeah, low speed is what I've learned, and that's just kind of it's weird to me when I
Yeah.
use it.
No, I like the old school too. But you run that machine over 4,000 feet and run the Vibe, you know where you're spending your money. You'll be like, next big job, I'm getting the Vibe. But if you do a lot of residential, that machine's easy to control. So I get it. You're used to it.
And the orbital does carpet as well.
I cleaned an entire hotel with just that machine. And I can also train a guy in 5 minutes to use it.
And what's it cost on one of those?
I believe they're around above 4,000.
Okay.
They're almost 7.
So, yeah.
Because you have to buy the plate.
Yep.
I think they make one for 20,000.
The Orbot, there's different models.
Yeah, the Vibe is probably the most popular. They make I'm sure if they make a bigger one.
Orbital was first, though, right? I think Orbital was the first one that came with the brand Orbital, and then Vibe came with.
Well, the Vibe is made by Orbital.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's their. That's the brand that they make. I think we're just working on the top 2.
Top 2?
I think so, yeah.
I get carried away here.
No worries.
Where
Now
you
the
at?
time to get on the machine. You want to run a little bit? Anybody
Go
else?
ahead and run it? No.
Run the diamond pregnant pads. You haven't done that yet. Or not. Yeah? Sure, why not? Oh man, this guy just jumps on it.
Yeah. We'll have lunch here pretty soon.
You want to carry the cord on your shoulder. So that way you're not stepping on whichever shoulder you feel comfortable.
The way to fall down if you don't.
Yeah, it's a good safety test too.
You're gonna have a white line here all
Yeah,
day.
but, you know, a lot of
But
people
it's
don't
well
want
worth
to
it. It's
put
better than
the
falling
cord.
down.
I know I'm always kicking the cord out of the way when I do it.
Right.
Now, is this the only store here, or do you guys have another place in San Diego?
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
Hard Rock
Where
will
do you
have
got
this is Anaheim and then the location in Las
Oh.
Vegas.
They're here now? Yeah. They're here now. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna be another 10 minutes here. Right. So pizza's already here. Yeah. So we'll be another 10 minutes and then we'll get on it. So we have pizza here. We'll spend another 10 minutes and we'll check it out. We'll have some pizza and then we're gonna get started on a few other things. We're gonna talk about some sealers. We'll show you some other opportunities, and then we'll go straight restoration.
Is anyone excited on restoration? You are?
Okay, so remember, they wanted us to use that quickly, and the damage is pretty bad, right? Now we're going to go over it with the diamonds and remove it all. And it's still pretty deep.
My key is just like, I mean,
Yeah, we can do that. That's going to be, well, what are we, you're talking about what material? If you're talking countertop, you're probably talking granite. That's different. Okay. This is not related to that's different. We have product for granite. This is not a problem. But we can talk about it because it's easy. It's easier than this. So what we, well, I'll give you some direction, but yeah. So when you have damage on the marble, all your calcium stuff, they're going to be from the surface down, like the indentation. When you get granite, it's hard chemically to do any damage. So what happens is you're going to find your mineral deposits build up on top of grease and oil. So it looks bad because of how it has built up to the surface up. So really, natural marble is damage from the surface down. Granite is, which means that all you gotta do is clean it like a car. But you gotta use the right product. We have a polish to bring more color, and then we have another product. I can get a spray bottle of our cleaner. I slide it, and it'll slide all the way across. How did you take the water off when you started cleaning? Did you vacuum it up? Take a look. Yeah, thank you. Come take a look. Okay, so come take a look. Lock it off. So what I'm looking at is a high gloss. What I'm looking at is the damage that we had here. Okay, yep. Pretty much gone. The damage that we had put here earlier is pretty much gone. The black looks great. Okay.
Yeah, this is what the fluoride that looked like, where it looks like it already had the sealer.
Right. Yeah, no,
It
that's
looks like it has coating on it.
it doesn't have to.
No, I'm saying it looks like it.
That you're welcome. That's awesome. I love it.
Good.
After this one, oh, that's a good question. Did you hear what he said? He said, after this process, do we put sealer? And I love this part because my question to him is going to be, or my statement would be,
Hell yeah.
you put sealer when you get paid to sealer. So I'm going to show you a few ways to sell sealer. We're going to talk about it, and then we're going to do restoration. All right, so let's get some food in us. But yeah, this would be a finished product, and I would seal after. I seal last. So people have to do seal first or polish or whatever, but I'd seal last. And
And then the
I'm
question
going to show
also
you
be-
how to sell the sealing job. Anybody have any question on what they saw?
There was also the, hey, does this process remove some etching? There was etching there.
Yeah.
So there it is. Minor etchings. It will. And it was just the diamond.
And water.
And
vacuum.
water.
See, even two salesmen here can do it. So anybody. All right. We'll take.
All right, chow time.
Yeah.
Take what, 30
10,
minutes?
It's 11 o'clock now. We'll probably be 11:30. We'll get up again. About 25 minutes. That's good. So. Can we do this? And that one I want to do.
This kind of color is not gonna give.
Oh yeah.
Shiny.
Oh yeah. We just did it shorter. That's actually easy to shine. Yeah. We actually did this because we're losing a little bit of time, and we want to do more over here. So that's why we don't do this. Plus, it's hard because it's against the wall. You can't stand that way. No, these smell like very good. Well, you see them brand new. We can get it like
And I don't
that.
get just with the diamonds, you get the same result.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good.
I know, right? It looks even better.
Well, and it all is what process you want to use, powder or you want to use diamond. The thing with powder to remember is you want to prep the area when you use a powder.
Yeah.
So if it's a kitchen, you want to protect.
Do you pause it or do you stop
stainless
it?
steel, you want to
let it ride?
Can wait for the next one. Perfect. Yeah, we will pause and we. What are we looking
Oh,
at?
11:30. So
11:30.
25 minutes.
So in 25 minutes we will be
11:30 Pacific.
starting live again.
Thank you.
So 25 minutes we'll be back. See you guys then.
Okay, little huddle here. I could use your help.